Welcome to the 7th episode of the Droid Slots Show. Over the last few months, we brought you lots of news about casinos, games, and industry trends. We told you about the best places to play bingo, we taught you what binary options are, introduced you to Slingo, and much more. Now we'd like to offer something a little more light-hearted. So here are 7 fun facts about gambling, which in itself dates back more than 4,000 years. Number 1. Did you know that the people of Cyprus are absolute winners when it comes to the amount of money they spend on gambling every year? A tiny country with just 400,000 residents spends a whopping €2.5 billion per year on gambling. That's over €6,000 per person a year, and when you compare that to just a couple of £100 that a Briton spends, it really is huge. Number 2. You wouldn't think that the innocent-looking game of roulette would get devilish branding, but in fact it is often referred to as one of the devil's games. One of the theories states that this is because the sum of the numbers on the wheel from 1 to 36 add up to 666. Another legend has it that Francois Blanc, a French casino operator, made a deal with the devil to be taught how to always win at the roulette table. But if you ask us, the 666 story sounds much more plausible. Number 3. We always thought that those were just random images, but it turns out that the royal cards in a deck are the pictures of actual kings and queens. The 4 greatest ever kings represent David of Israel, Charlemagne of France, Alexander the Great of Macedonia, and Augustus Caesar, the Emperor of Rome. And the queens are a bit more obscure: Judith, Argene, Rachel, and Goddess Athena. Number 4. Back in the day, the very first casinos were run by the Mafia. That's because in 17th century Venice, the government banned gambling, and Mafia bosses were quick to establish illegal casinos in underground premises. It was so popular among nobility that the government soon realised it couldn't possibly enforce the ban and opened up a casino itself, Il Ridotto in the San Moise Palace, the world's first legal gambling house. Number 5. The very first slot machine dates back to 1899 and was called the Liberty Bell. The slot had symbols that today's gamblers wouldn't be too familiar with. Diamonds, hearts, spades, stars, horseshoes, and the Liberty Bell were all featured on the 3 reels. Lining up 3 Liberty Bells would award the top payout of 50 cents. It might sound like small fry, but that was big money back then. Number 6. Gambling dice date back centuries, and the grubby-looking playing cubes were used to dispense the wrath of the goodwill of the gods. Marked from 3 to 8, the dice were used in guessing games too. Number 7. You probably won't believe it, but the sandwich as we know it also has a gambling connection. Rumour has it that John IV, Earl of Sandwich, was a great lover of card games and wouldn't want to stop playing just to eat. He would ask his servants to serve him meat in between 2 slices of bread, so he could eat and play at the same time. Ingenious. And that's all from us for now. We will shortly be back with more videos, so until then you can keep up with all the latest news and reviews on our website. See you soon.